Hi there, my name is Giuseppe Filotto and I'm the author of The System, and you can read a little bit more about the book and the 30 instructional videos that come with it just here below. But in this short video I just wanted to address three things. First of all, what's the purpose of the book? Secondly, who is it for? And thirdly, is there really some information in this book that will teach you how to have superhuman abilities? So first off, the purpose of the book and who it's for are going to be sort of interchangeable subjects, so I will bounce forwards and backwards between those two questions. The main purpose of the book is to give information about Systema, and specifically accurate, efficient and practical information for you to develop the abilities that you can see in some of the more advanced exponents of this system. Let me give you a little example. I was very familiar with martial arts for a couple of decades before I came across Systema, and yet when I first started it, I couldn't replicate some of the strikes that the advanced practitioners were doing. I couldn't understand how they could generate that kind of force, that kind of ability. And even after about a year and a half or so of training regularly, I still couldn't get anywhere near the kind of things they were doing. And it's not like I wasn't asking, I was asking for this information and so on, it just wasn't really available, and so I just carried on training. It was only another year and a half or 2 years later when I met Uldis that in 2 hours in a private session with him, he showed me how, certain exercises, and I understood enough about the neurology, the psychology and the physiology of Systema by then to put it all together. And in 2 hours my strikes improved by 100–150%. So this is the kind of information that I wanted people to have, not just for strikes, but for everything relating to Systema. Another point is that because the system is really applicable to any physical endeavor, it doesn't really matter whether it's martial arts, swimming, running, jogging, skiing, really you can apply it to anything. These principles are useful for anybody, regardless of whether you're a Systema person or a karate person or something else. So that was really the purpose. So who is it for? You might be training in Systema regularly already, but I hope that you can understand from my little story that even though you might have been doing Systema for 2 or 3 years, are you getting the same results that the top Systema instructors are getting? Can you do some of that stuff? And if not, why not? If you've been training regularly for 3–4 years, you should be able to do some of those things. So it's also the kind of book that's written not in a very, sort of like 50 pictures of a person and this is how you make a punch. It's not that kind of book. It's just based on principles and foundational concepts. So it should be easy for you to assimilate. Now, along with the book, you also get 30 videos, which will send to you once every week or 10 days or 2 weeks, depending on the particular instruction in the video. So even if you don't have access to Systema instructors, or maybe you can't afford to go to the quite expensive seminars that they do around the world, the point is that you should still be able to use this book and the videos, and over a period of about a year you will have some ability in Systema, because it will be based on the foundational concepts rather than just going training without really knowing why you're doing what you're doing. It covers a lot of other topics as well, like religion, philosophy, it's all science-based, so all of the things I say in there, however strange they may seem, they're based on scientific fact and research. A lot of it was suppressed research until quite recently, and you have to keep in mind that the system was really designed and discovered by the use of millions, if not billions of rubles and thousands of men by the ex-Soviet Republic for military purposes. So it is really the best of military science at its best, and sometimes most brutal too. Lastly, there is information in this book that will teach you how to have what I call sort of superhuman abilities. They're not really superhuman in the sense that I think everybody can have these abilities quite easily, as long as you know what you're doing and how you're getting there. I don't want anybody to take anything on faith. Those of you that know me and that train with me will know that I don't say anything that I can't do myself or prove to you. So in the book I also give you 3 little mini superpowers. I tell you how to get these abilities. There's 3 of them that are very easy to get. They take only about 10 to 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour tops. And they're short-range telepathy, how to see the human aura, and how to see or feel colors without using your eyesight. Now you might think, what the hell does this have to do with combat? And probably not a lot, but these are just easy and simple sort of superhuman abilities that you can learn quickly to prove to you that there is a lot more to life than what you've been told or what you know about. Some of the more advanced abilities that are outside of the normal human range, you can only get by serious training and dedication and so on, and that takes time. So I wanted to prove to you, first of all, that there are, things beyond what the normal range of people think is the limit. And that way, hopefully, once you read the theory and the practice and the exercises to do to develop these more advanced abilities, which sound like really strange, they sound like voodoo and magic, and if you come from a very hardcore martial arts background, I understand exactly where you're coming from, because I was particularly skeptical myself when I first heard of Systema, and I thought, oh, these guys can do all this weird stuff, Matrix, climb the walls kind of weird thing. And I didn't believe any of it until I had it done to me and on me, and then, well, you can't really deny the evidence of your own body, eyes, and skin, So hopefully you will find this useful. And just one last point. At this particular moment in time, there's only going to be 100 of these books available. Again, this is not a marketing scam, it's a result of how the printing process works. This book is at the moment in the final stages of the editing, after which the printers will send me a proof. Now, when they have to set up the machine to print one book, the costs are so high that they print at least 100 anyways. So as long as the book is approved and the proof is fine, there will be at least 100 copies available, which I've asked them to send me straight away. So for these £49, you're going to get the book, and you're going to get 30 videos spaced out over a year in 2011. And we'll probably start from February, March, and they'll give you the time to absorb the book and then go through it slowly again as you get the videos. So there's only 100 of these, and on these 100 books, I'm going to sign every one of them. And when you buy the book, there's a little space for notes. If you put what you want in the dedication, I'll be happy to fulfill that. As long as it's reasonably half clean at least. I will also ensure that 25 people picked at random by a little computer program. We have to randomize it. Out of these 100 people, 25 are going to get a free training session with us in London. And 5 of them will also get a free one-on-one with me that will last at least an hour. So irrespective of your level of ability, we're going to take it from wherever you are. And if you're one of these people that wins the one-on-one with me, we'll take some time to develop any specific points you want to develop, or address any weaknesses or strengths that you want to work on. That's basically it. I hope that you buy the book and enjoy it, and enjoy the videos that are going to come throughout next year. And please tell all your friends about it. This particular link went out to about 1,000 people, so don't wait. I'm going to try and ensure that you all get the book before Christmas. I can't promise that because it's not completely dependent upon me. But as soon as I get the books from the printers, once the book's been approved, the proof has been approved, I'll be sure to ship them out myself to you anywhere in the world, and all the shipping costs are included. So after this, after Christmas, from next year, the book will be available pretty much everywhere on Amazon, probably in bookstores and so on too. But the price there will probably have to include shipping as well, so it's probably going to go up from what it is now. So this is just a sort of pre-Christmas rush. It's the 100 books that are going to be signed. That's it. I hope that you have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year.